What are the ways to get inside the mind of your users? What is the best way to gather the data? How to unlock the full potential of your UX research? Get answers to all of these questions right here. Hello everyone, welcome to Design Tales. I hope you all are doing really well. Today we are going to discuss the topic which is data gathering. How can you use different research types to gather the data which is structured or unstructured? So by end of this topic, you'll get to know around six different research types. Those are primary research, secondary research, qualitative research, quantitative research, behavioral research, and attitudinal research. We'll also have a sneak peek into each research type. What are the pros and cons of each type? What are the different methods we use? And what are the typical outputs by end of each research we can expect? For any research type, the goal is to gather the data in different forms, which can help in decision making, strategy development, and problem solving. If you remember last time we discussed around different research approaches, those are exploratory, generative, and evaluative research approaches. If you haven't looked at that, I would urge you to have a look at that. For your help, I'll also drop a link in the description section below. Choosing any research type or different types completely depends upon four things. What's the business goal? What do you want to achieve by gathering this data? What is the product building phase currently you are in? Or how many resources are available with you in terms of time, budget, or people? So let's move ahead and deep dive into each research type. To make it very easy for all of us, what I've done is I have paired research types together. For example, primary and secondary together, behavioral and attitudinal together, and qualitative and quantitative together. Generally, these research types are looked at this way or in pairs. Also, it's easy to understand for all of us. Let's deep dive into each research type. Let's first look at what is primary and secondary research type. So primary and secondary research type is used for data collection and analysis of user behavior, needs and expectations. It is also used to study market, competition and domain. So let's first look at what is primary research. So primary research involves gathering the data from the direct source, that is users, customers or employees. The typical methods we use in primary research are one-on-one interviews, focus groups or surveys. Primary research can be time consuming and expensive, but it provides first-hand fresh information which is directly relevant to the problem space we are looking at. Now let's look at secondary research. So secondary research involves analyzing the existing data collected by others, such as blogs, publications, online databases and other sources. So typical research methods involved in secondary research are competitive analysis, trend analysis or desk research. Desk research we generally use to understand the domain or voice of a customer from social media or Google reviews. Secondary research could be quicker and cost effective than primary research. However, it could have its own limitation in terms of providing biased or outdated information or not having the relevance in terms of user behavior, needs and expectations to the problem space we are looking at. But generally, secondary research is used as a support for primary research to understand the overall domain better. So now let's move ahead and understand the next pair, that is what is qualitative and quantitative research type. And let's deep dive into qualitative research. So qualitative research is generally involves in collecting non-numerical data such as words, images, and observations to understand and interpret the social phenomena. So this particular research type aims to explore and understand the depth and complexity of human experiences, behaviors, motivations, and pain points. The typical methods we use for qualitative research are observational studies, in-depth interviews, and focus group discussions. The sample size for qualitative research is decided based on the research method you choose, or desired outcome and research questions you've prepared. But as a thumb rule, basic 5 to 8 users per personas are recommended. So let's now understand quantitative research type. So quantitative research type, on the other hand, involves in collection of numerical data such as statistics, charts, or graphs. This is to identify, understand, and quantify the social phenomena. So simple example of this particular research type could be exit polls before election on news channels. This particular research type involves geographical and demographical data of different voters, also different parties, their backgrounds, and relationship between these voters and parties, and overall sentiment on the ground, right? So basically, this particular quantitative research aims to test the hypothesis, make predictions, or understand and establish relation between different variables. So within quantitative research, typical methods we use are surveys, statistical analysis, and experiments. The sample size varies based on the kind of desired precision you want or research questions you have, and what is the goal of this entire research. As a thumb rule, for statistical analysis, sample size of 30 is recommended, but it can go up to hundreds and thousands in some cases. So in summary, both qualitative and quantitative research types have their strengths and weaknesses. Qualitative research is used to explore the complexities of social phenomena and generating new theories, whereas quantitative research is used to test hypotheses, experiment, and make certain predictions. So moving on, the next and the last pair, which is behavioral and attitudinal research type. So behavioral research focuses on observing and measuring the behaviors, actions, and interactions of individuals in real life or in controlled environment. This particular research involves in gathering the data of what people do than what they say they do. For this research type, the methods we typically use are observational studies or tracking and experimentations, and in some cases, we also conduct interviews with people. So, example of this could be retail store is conducting behavioral research by tracking customer movement or buying behavior, or they can also observe how people navigate within the store or how they choose certain products, and based on that they can change the store layout or product placements. So now let's move on and understand attitudinal research type. Attitudinal research type focuses on understanding people's attitude, opinion, beliefs, and perception about particular product, service, or a concept. This particular research type involves in gathering data of how people think and feel rather than what they do. The typical methods can be used in attitudinal research are surveys, opinion polls, interviews, or focus group discussions. For example, attitudinal research can be conducted by businesses to understand how their brand is perceived in the market, or what emotions and perceptions are associated with their brand, and based on that they can improve their brand image. So in summary, behavioral research focuses on understanding and measuring people's behaviors and actions, whereas attitudinal research completely focuses on people's attitude, opinions, beliefs, and perceptions. Both the research types can be used to gain comprehensive understanding of human behavior and attitudes towards a particular topic. So before we reach towards the end, this table will help you to compare and make a decision of what type of data you want to gather, for that what needs to be done, and what can we expect out of it. Also, pros and cons will help you while planning for the research. So this is it for today. If you like this particular topic, then do press the like button, share with your colleagues, friends, and relatives. Follow any channel you like and subscribe so that you never miss an update. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Bye.